Are you one of these people that, you're like, okay, I hit my irons good, but I don't hit my hybrid good, right? We've all probably been there, or we know people that say that, depending on your level. Okay, let's talk about this. First of all, uh, the main reason, to be perfectly honest with you, the main reason that you don't hit your hybrid good is because your swing is flawed. It's just not a good swing. And a lot of us, we could be honest with ourselves too. And, and people are like, well, I hit my irons good. But it's like, do you? Maybe you're a great player. Maybe you're a scratch player. That's cool if you are. That's cool. Um, maybe you're like a level 2 player. If you don't know what that means, I have a video that I posted where I said there's like 3 levels of golf, I believe. Maybe you're a level 2 player, and there's a description in the link. Go check it out. Maybe you're a level 2 player and you do hit your irons like pretty good, okay? But you probably don't hit them as good as like you think. So the reason why, maybe you can hit one club and you can't hit another club, it's just because your swing is flawed at the end of the day, okay? And then the other reason too, that I want to talk about, one of the biggest reasons, is that as soon as people start getting the longer clubs, like the clubs that want to hit the ball farther, as soon as they start getting these longer clubs in their hand, they start to think that like longer club, farther shot, harder swing. Right? Everyone, this is not like a big, well, wow, that was riveting stuff, okay? Yeah, you start to think that you have to swing so much harder because you're trying to hit the ball farther. Okay, but what you need to really understand, and I know this is really obvious stuff to a lot of people, what you really need to understand is like 2 things. Let me show you quickly. Okay, first of all, look at the difference in the club length. Okay, the hybrid is much longer than the wedge. All right, so if our hands are traveling the same distance with the same amount of energy into it, right, the same amount of hit, the same amount of hand speed, okay, the same technique, if our hands are moving with the shorter club, the club head is going to go at a certain speed. Now, if we were just to take the longer club and move our hands at the exact same way, the same amount of energy, okay, move them the same distance, because the club is longer, it's just gonna move faster. And I know like most people know this, but they still can't like let that like click in their brain, okay? And so it's something that you have to really try to figure out. You gotta like get this mentality of like, I just need to swing this the same as every other club. Let the club do the work. The club is longer, it's gonna go faster, okay? What most of you guys do is that you think, oh, I gotta hit it far. And so you really overdo it. You're really getting crazy. You're looking for all this speed and all this power. And then your swing is flawed. And so, right, the farther you hit it, the more exposed your weakness becomes, the more you see it, okay? You like if you're hitting it left or right, because it's traveling far, it's gonna go more left or more right. Okay, that was dyslexia. That was the opposite, right? If you're hitting them, if you're chunking, right? If you're hitting behind the ball with like a shorter iron, with the longer club, you're gonna get hit way farther behind the ball because the club's longer. Same thing, like so. If your swing is just flawed, you're just gonna have problems right from the beginning. Okay, and that's a big problem. And so let's talk about like the hybrid, right? I have my little green setup right here at 220. I haven't taken a swing yet. I'm gonna just do it in a minute. I'm gonna get a little loose. But I have the green set up at the target at 220. Now that target right there says it's 21.8 yards. That's the radius, so the diameter. So it's 21 yards left of the flag. It's 21 yards right of the flag. Okay, so I have a lot of room to miss. If I'm aiming dead at the target, I can hit it 21 yards to the right. So like 65 feet. to the right, and it's gonna be in the circle. Okay, that's cool. And you're thinking like, wow, 21-yard miss. That seems like a lot, right? It could be 21 short, it could be 21 long, it could be 21 left, it could be 21 right yards. So that's, you're thinking, well, that's a huge target to miss, right? Like, oh man, like that's not that good. If I were to hit a ball right now to this 220 and it landed just on the edge of the circle to the right, it'd be 60 feet from the hole. Okay, and like you're like, wow, that's not good. That's not good at all. Well, let's look at this for a second. Okay, PGA Tour average for like a 220-yard shot. The average distance from the hole for a tour pro is 42 feet. Okay, so 18 feet less for a tour pro. Okay, for a scratch player, okay, it's 85 feet, so it's even farther than that. Right? So 85 feet is like a 28-yard miss. That's in any direction. Long, short, left, right. It's 28 yards away. So a scratch player from like this far, this actually says from 200 to 225, right? This is 219. So a scratch golfer, right? Because everybody wants to be a scratch golfer. People get these ideas that these scratch golfers, they're going to hit it like real close all the time. No, okay? From 200 to 225 on par 3, the average scratch player, take a guess how many times they hit the green. Just the green, right? It's 1 out of 3. It's 35% of the time, okay? Just hitting the green. A tour pro, from 200 and over, right, on a par 3, that's hitting off a tee, okay? 50% of the time, 50 to 55% is the average. The best player on tour hits the green 63% of the time. Okay, I've never actually even heard of the guy, but only 60. So if he hits 10 balls off of one tee, he's only gonna hit the green 6 times. Okay, so when you get up to a 200-yard shot, 220, and you're standing there on the green and you're thinking like, oh, I want to hit this close, you're being ridiculous. Okay, I mean, of course you want to hit it close, but like really just on the green, anywhere on the green is going to be awesome, okay? Inside 28 yards. Think about 28 yards. That's a long field goal. I mean, it's an extra point, but it's full. Okay, and so this idea that you're gonna jump up there with your hybrid and you're gonna hit this like, you're gonna drop a dime to like a yard, it's ridiculous. Okay, so like I'm still not gonna teach you the whole swing, but I do want you to understand if you're gonna go out and you're gonna try to hit some balls or whatever, like I would tell you to go and like, let's say you're pretty good with your pitching wedge or your sand wedge. Okay, go and take a pitching wedge or a sand wedge and hit a ball. Like a nice smooth swing, just like I hit my 125 yards, but like 100-yard shot's just a nice easy swing for me. So I'll hit a nice easy one and then grab your hybrid and do the exact same nice easy one. And just go back and forth, back and forth. Nice easy one, good contact, not crazy, not all this, okay? Not this super huge swing. It's like you don't have to overcook it, and you'll start to pick up a feel of like okay, I like long club doesn't mean like blow out my bag, swing so hard. Okay, the longer the club, also the lower the loft, like the face. Okay, the idea with this is that it wants to hit it really high. So if I were to, and this wants to hit it low, it's supposed to go low. It's supposed to fly, hit the ground, and roll. Okay? Like, with a hybrid in your longer clubs, get this mentality a little bit in the beginning. Like, once I teach you how to swing, it's gonna fix everything. But we're not there yet. I'm not dropping that lesson. But this mentality that you need to like right here, like 220, like the mentality that I need to fly at the whole 220 is absurd. Okay, I can take an easy, smooth swing, let it fly like 190. It's gonna roll 20 yards. Okay, so you don't need to like rip it. Okay, you don't need this huge rip. You just need a really good, solid swing and some decent contact. Right? Same thing. Like if I was gonna hit this 220 shot right here with a 5-iron, I'm thinking like, yeah, if I hit it really good, I can hit a nice big high 5, and it's gonna probably drop and not run out too much. Okay, but it's okay, because if I just hit it in the air like 200, it's gonna bounce forward and it's gonna run up by the hole. You can't get crazy with this stuff. Don't try to kill yourself. Oh, long club, hard swing. Let me just take a swing here. See how this goes. Okay. Pretty stiff. I worked all week, so today's my day off. And you know what I'm doing on my day off? I get to be doing anything in the world. I'm standing here spending my day with you, making a video for you to watch. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna hit some balls and hit the button. Be a subscriber. Okay, let me hit a hybrid here. There we go. First ball always. Always to the right. Always. Why does that happen? I swear to God, I need somebody to be like, hey Al, go left. Okay. We won't even look at those numbers because that was such a bad shot. Okay, there's a good shot. That felt nice. And so, okay, this one's a little low. Okay? It flew 180. It carried the total distance on that. It ran through the green actually. And so it flew it rolled all the way to 246 yards. Okay? It's just off the back of the circle, and I have it set up so it's telling me how far away from so that shot right there is 27.9 yards from the flag. The average scratch golfer, they end up 28.3 yards. So I'm inside what the average scratch golfer was. Now I didn't hit this really high, and I didn't even hit it hard. I only swung at 85 miles an hour. Okay, if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll see that like an 85 yard or an 85 mile an hour, like 8-iron for me, and for anybody, that's gonna be a pretty quick 8-iron. So that's gonna go like 168, 170 yards, something like that. The 8. Okay, so like a pretty quick 8 is 160 yards. So just the same swing that I'm taking with an 8-iron to hit it like 165, 168 yards is the same club that just got me 245 or 246. So let me just hit another one. Okay. So would I be super mad with this shot? And like also understand this too. I'm hitting onto a flat. This is all flat. So most golf courses, not most, but I would say at least half. The greens are always going to be slanted, right? The back of the green's always going to be a little higher than the front of the green. Okay, so when balls are going in and they're rolling up, typically they're going to slow down once they get on the green. Okay, these aren't going to slow down. These are just going to run all the way through. So think about that when you're playing on a golf course. You got 220 and you're hitting one in and you think you need to fly this ball all the way there. You don't. Usually the green's going to be slanted when your ball comes in. So if it comes in a little bit low, bounces, hits, goes forward, it's going to stop somewhere on the green. Think about that. That is something that people just do not think about at all. Like the green is going to help stop your ball, especially when it's coming in low. Okay, so this one got up in the air. It's high. I swung this one just even a little slower. Okay. The contact was not great. It's well short of the target. Okay. That one's 52 yards, so that's way short. Like, that's not ideal. Let's just hit a good one now. Let's see, I think that's going to be left. Oh, low and left. Okay, I'm not swinging at all very well right now. Let me kind of get loose. I'm stiff as a board. Remember, I'm an old man. Oh, in a lot of my videos, I have the camera up higher, so now I'm kind of looking down on you. And the reason is because in this video, I want to show you some stuff as we get going. But my belt is about the camera. And so I really want you to start to pay attention in this video about how high my hands are coming up. Okay, they're not really coming up like up here. Okay, they're going to be coming to like shoulder height below it. Okay, look, I want you to see how much speed I can get into the club with only taking my hands. So I'm not getting this like crazy super like, oh, you got to be so flexible to hit. Al swings like you got to be some sort of like yoga master, right? You do not have to be a yoga master. You do not have to go and stretch for like 2 hours a day to pull this swing off. That's going to be way low. Way low. But I'm good now. Everything will be good from here on out. Every shot will be good from here on out, I promise you. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, the club did come up a little bit. Speed's coming up. Okay, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. Now I got my feels. Okay? This is right down the middle. It landed, this is like gonna stop like right near the hole, to be perfectly honest with you. This one's 7 yards from the flag, 21 feet. Okay, I swung this one 88.4. It carried 200. It still didn't go super high, but if you want to click back real quick, do like 10 seconds. Look and see how high my hands came up at the top of the backswing. Take a peek and see that it's not like, oh man, he's got to kill it just to get it to fly 200. Okay. Let me hit another one. Now that I'm feeling better about my life. Okay, that one's a little out to the right. It's pretty straight, but it's another 88 mile an hour swing. Okay, I missed that circle. That one is 32 yards from the flag. Okay, so it's like 65 feet. So closer than the average scratch golfer. Not as close as the average PGA pro. Let me aim better. And let me hit another. Okay, these are coming out just a touch low. I want to get these a little higher, but I will. I'll fix it. But that's in the circle, so that would be on the green. That's 15 yards from the flag, so 45 feet, 45-foot putt. Now you have to understand this too. Here's some other numbers. Tour pros on a 200-yard plus par 3. What do you think their average score is? It's like a 3.2. So they average over par. That is a tour pro. From 200 to 225. Okay, so when a tour pro gets on a par 3 at that distance, they average a bogey, right? What do you think you should be thinking? When you get up on that par 3, should you be thinking, oh, this is a birdie attempt? Nah, man. The average scratch player is like a 3.5. Okay, 3.5 strokes average from 200 yards. Okay, I got this at 220, not even 200. Okay, this is a nice ball. 87-mile-an-hour club. If you need to click back and look to see how much effort, like look at the effort that my body, like look how hard I'm swinging. Do you think that you can do it? Okay, do you think I'm doing anything like super crazy with my arms, with my shoulders, with my hips, with my legs? Does it look super crazy? That one was 9 yards from the flag, right? 27 feet, man. I'm gonna make a par at 27 feet. I'm gonna two-putt that. Okay, so that's a good one. Here's another one. Okay, this one's also inside the circle. This is actually inside the tour circle if it stops right there. Okay, just outside the tour circle. But another 12 yards from the hole. Right, the ball flew 200. It rolled out to 225. Okay, what I'm doing, it's effective. Okay? I do a video about half swings. Everyone says, oh, you gotta take half swings. And dude, I'm over the half swing idea. There's a description, or a link in the description. Click on it, watch it. I think it's very, very interesting. I think if you're one of these people that have this like, oh, I saw a video with the guy said take half swings and he's gonna drop my score, I'm gonna try it. Watch my video. Okay? Okay? Ain't nobody trying to take no half swing. Oh, that's not good. Okay? That was the fastest one that I did yet. Notice how high my hands are coming. Okay? Notice that. How high am I taking my hands? That was my fastest one. That was almost 90 miles an hour with my hybrid. Okay? That was 89 again, almost 90. 211 carry. That's a nice, that's starting to get a little bit higher up. Nice. Okay, right on the green. Right on the green. Am I throwing my back out doing this? Am I getting like, am I doing this? To hit the ball 220? No. No, I'm taking a nice smooth swing and getting nice contact. That's it. Okay, it's technique. It's all technique. There's another 89. Okay, 89 miles an hour. Look where it is. Dead in the middle of the green. You really like, what's the problem? Okay? So, you need a good swing. You need a good technique. You need something that's going to get you some good contact. That's going to be very important, obviously. But I can tell you that a lot of the mentalities, you're overswinging. And when I teach you my swing, I'm also going to teach you how to like very precisely control the club head, the speed. Okay? Let me try to get this one up to like 93. Okay? Those were all 89. Let me try to go a little quicker. Okay, 92 club. So almost there, but notice, seriously, hit the little tap, tap, tap to go back 20 seconds. Notice that my hands are still, they're coming up. And the reason I have the camera here is that so you can kind of really see where my hands are really getting in the backswing. Okay, notice, like this is not some big, huge, crazy, and now I'm swinging 92 miles an hour with just a hybrid. This ain't even driver. That ball flew 215. Okay, boom, 216 carry right there. That's another 90. It's all you need, right? It's all you need. Now, ball after ball after ball are right there on that circle, okay? 90 is plenty of club head speed. Plenty. Google that. Is 90 miles, watch this, I'll Google it real fast. Is 90 miles an hour fast with a hybrid? Right, let's see, Google. Is 90 mile per hour club speed good with hybrid? Let's see what it says. Oh, very good and above average for amateur golfers, easily generating strong distance and high launch. Most recreational male golfers swing their hybrid between 80 and 85. Okay? Let's see what it says if I bump this up even more quickly. I know this isn't the most awesome, but it's not bad, and I gotta rest my back, or I gotta rest my body for a second. Okay? Is 93. Yes, it's very good. Says now we're getting to the elite level. Right? Elite. If you could swing your hybrid 90, you're way above average, you're very good. If you get it up to like 93, now you're becoming elite. So let me try to just bump it up a little bit more. And notice that I'm not like it. I don't need to get, it's not that. It's definitely not that. It didn't hit that great. And it didn't hit it fast either. That was actually a really terrible swing. And I know why it was terrible. I know exactly what I did wrong. Okay? I missed a piece of my swing. Basically, I would tell you that I did like what I just did there was what every other swing lesson video guy is telling you to do, and it wasn't a good shot. So let me just remember all my pieces to my swing. Okay. And let's see if I can hit a good one. No, that was not any better. Wow. Don't you hate when that happens? Okay, 91 mile an hour club again. Old, I'm tired. I gotta get. This should be coming up a little bit. This should be definitely coming up a little bit. Here we go. Let's get this just a little quicker. Let's get this a little quicker. Okay, there's 93. Hello, 93. Good morning. Okay, go tap back. Boop boop boop. Look. Did my hands come up any higher? No. How did I pick up 3 miles an hour? That carried 220. How did I do that? It's technique. Okay? It's all technique. It's all technique. Okay, there's a 91er. Okay, it landed in the circle. It's going to stay in the circle even. It looks like that's pretty far left. I mean, it's tour left. Right? It's scratch golfer level left. That's all it is. That's a touch low. But it's 93. It's cooking. Okay? And I'll take all of these shots. I wouldn't be mad at these shots. Like, you step up to a 225 hole, par 3, like, look at the Masters. What is it? The fourth? The third. It plays 225. Guys miss it all day. And you have to understand, too, like, when you're watching these events on TV, right? And they're like, blah, blah, blah. Let's just say this. If you're watching golf on TV and they cut away from the leaders to show a shot by anyone else, it's an exceptionally above average shot. Okay? Oh, from 225. Oh, he hit it to a foot. You know how he hit it to a foot? Luck. It was luck. Okay? Because there were 150 other golfers that played that hole that day, and they only showed you one or two, and then the leaders. Because why? Everyone else was missing the green. Everyone else was all over the place. Okay? Like, people get these ideas. They feed you can call it propaganda. They feed you that like guys are hitting it super close all day, right? All of a sudden the leaders are on 3 and they're like, oh, let's go to 16, Raj. Let's go 16, and here's Ricky Fowler, right? Nobody's heard of Ricky Fowler in like a whole week, but now they're going to show you a Ricky Fowler shot, right? Because he hit one way above average, it's a luck shot. Right, but then you think like, oh man, that's how good I have to be. That was 94 club, 225 carry now. Okay. Also, when you're doing like, if you want to try to do like speed training and you want to get your club faster and faster, if your technique's good, go for it. There's no reason why you can't like figure out how fast you can hit it good. There's no reason not to swing fast. Okay, but there's also like. It's not all about like how fast can I swing every club and I'm always going to swing my fastest, and like that's not how the game is played. But you certainly guys will tell you, oh, I watched a video where the guy said, the best way to play if you're new is to be the shortest hitter in your group. I would never tell you that. I would never tell you that. Do you want to swing hard? Yeah, buddy, you want to swing hard. Sometimes. You want to have the ability to swing it fast. You want to. You want to have the ability to swing it fast and make good contact. Okay? So if you're ever like, okay, my swing is good. Once I drop my video and I show you the technique, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to teach you how to get it going quick, real quick. And I'm going to want you to do it. But when you're doing it, one of the ways you want to do it is you want to take time between each shot. Don't rush up each shot, because if you start hitting too many in a row, you'll notice that it starts to get a little bit slower because you're fatiguing your muscles. So that's why a lot of times I'm talking a lot and I'm not swinging, is because I'm trying to like let my muscles not fatigue so I can take nice, quick swings. Okay? Yeah, so that was 93. That wasn't great. I know exactly what I did wrong. Also, when I'm shooting these videos too, let me get some water. When I'm shooting these videos too, I talk about it a lot. I'm talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, obviously, because I'm trying to keep you hooked. Okay, so I'm just rambling. My mom would say, your mouth is flapping like a duck's ass in the wind. My mom would say that, and I love that quote. Anyway, yeah, I'm talking and talking and talking, and I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing and hit good shots. That's not easy, okay? Think about when you play. Think about when the pros play. They're taking time between their shots and they're getting zoomed in. So I'm trying to talk. Sometimes I'm swinging and talking at the same time. All right, let's hit a good one. Okay? A little bit low, and it's going a little bit left, but it's in the circle. Right? And so for a lot of you guys, if you're out there and you're saying like, I don't hit my club good, I don't do this, I don't do that, it's like there's reasons. One is your swing's flawed, the other one is you're trying too hard. You're trying to swing too hard. That's a beautiful shot right there. Beautiful. Nice high. Shouldn't bounce much. It's in the circle. It's on. So this will be on the green at 220. I'm good. I'm happy with that. No problem with that. You miss the green, you chip it over, you make a putt. Awesome. You pad your putting stats. So thanks for watching this one. Think about some of the things I said. Notice that, like, how much that, notice how high I'm bringing. Notice I'm under so much control. And think about yourself and think like, hey man, a lot of guys are telling me to do a lot of things and they're not working. Maybe this guy's, he's onto something. Thank you. Appreciate you. See you later.